Hey friends, and welcome to my first Sims 4 character creation video on this channel. You may know me as Ollie. This is my second channel, where I just post random bits and bobs. The first one's sort of mainly Minecraft gameplay. This is more just whatever I want to post, really. So today we are playing with the Vitiligo update for the first time. I'm recording this on the 14th of February. Also known as Valentine's Day, so I was very much inspired by one of my favourite love stories, Good Omens, specifically the canon where they are in love. So I have created a character to go along with that. This is Phiel, actually genuinely a archangel, same as Archangel Raphael and Aziraphale were. Raphael becomes Crowley, for those of you who don't know, just after the fall. So the reason I made Joe is because I was trying to find a counterpart to Crowley in terms of, I started making Joe and I was just going with it, and then Joe became an angel, and the idea was that Joe works quite closely with Crowley on the nebulas and all of that, and nature and Eden. So yeah. Now the angel Phiel is genuinely a Christian angel in the Bible. They have a flaming sword, like most other archangels, and their patronage is art and artists. Now, in my understanding of the world, I believe the stars are art and nature is art. So I think Joe definitely would have worked with Crowley on that. So, according to the Wikipedia on Joe, yeah, essentially, Joe was, very much working with Crowley a lot, as they would be, on nature and all things like that. They are associated with beauty, art and wisdom. So again, language, nature, stars, things like that would all tie into what they do. Our version of Joe, though, however, is entirely different to, obviously, the Bible. Similar to how Archangel Raphael, also known as Crowley, primarily known as Crowley now by the Good Omens fandom, is an entirely different angel to what they would have been in the Bible. So our Joe lives in London, Soho, or somewhere near London, Soho, is sort of a combination between Aziraphale and Crowley's personalities. Joe left when Crowley was damned to hell, or sauntered vaguely downward, as he likes to put it, with Crowley, but still has that close connection with heaven and still believes it to be this wonderful place. Much like Aziraphale, Joe doesn't necessarily understand that heaven isn't there to do all good in this universe, and so there's still some reluctance to join Crowley in his fight to get away from both heaven and hell. Joe uses all pronouns, so any at all, so that includes they, them, he, him, she, her, ze, and they, them, I believe I put in the description and in the pronouns for this sim. Now, Joe is up on the gallery. Joe does use a lot of CC, I'm sure you can tell, and Joe is intersex. So I decided to make Joe intersex, one, because I felt like making an intersex person with vitiligo, but also because, there's multiple reasons really, but also because, Joe is a truly genderless angel and presents themselves as such. Oh, my entire screen just turned off, so sorry. I don't know if it's still recording. It is. Okay, cool. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to keep that in, it's fine. And yeah, also The Sims is completely bugged out due to this vitiligo update, so I don't know how that happened, because it really shouldn't have affected the gender creation part of the game, but it has. And it was... Joe originally did start off with a feminine frame, and for some reason the Sims game changed it to masculine, but kept the sort of body shape, so we're going with they're intersex, and it's just canonical to this character that they're intersex. But again, that wasn't the only reason. I did also want to make an intersex character at some point. But yeah, I really struggled picking out hair because I was set on this colour. I was set on quite a nice blonde, or like a soft blonde. And I felt the black hair was too contrasted with Joe's personal style and all those things. You'll see there is aspirations set and things already. I actually did a story, which is how I got the idea for Joe in the first place. I looked at it and went, that's very Aziraphale and Crowley, and that's why I decided to make another angel that would be their friend. You can see Joe has many outfits that sort of fit in with humans, but there's also a few that make it very clear that they are an angel. We will get back to their outfits and their look later on, especially when it comes to makeup and adding their wings, or their element of wings. Until then though, I'm super glad that the vitiligo update is finally here. I thought we were getting it with Growing Together, that's why I purchased Growing Together. Quite a bit of it honestly was that, and also obviously I wanted the new stuff for the newborns and all of that, and I wanted to get on streaming it. But yeah, primarily I was super excited for the idea of vitiligo, and I can't believe it's taken them this long. For ages I've been trying to mimic making my own vitiligo with the birthmarks, because I haven't been able to find any mods on CurseForge that would do it how I like sort of envision like this, in that Sims style. So yeah, yeah, I'm glad it's here. I just don't understand how it's messed up all the menus. I don't know if I open up the menu on there. I don't think I do, but it was very messed up for me. All my mods are up to date, so I know it's not those. So EA, please, for the love of God, fix your game, because half of the content in this is CC, and I've spent hundreds of buckaroonies on this game as is, and I don't have all of the... Oh, you can see how it's sort of... It's a bit messed up. You can see that. So yeah. I also think when it comes to clothing preferences, quite a good thing they should do, really, is add in another button for clothing preference that's just neither, and it just allows you to not have to completely get rid of the masculine look every single time. We're getting on to Joe's face now. Originally, you can see I was trying to... I understand why all the Simmers are out of sync on their videos now. It's really hard to do this, and I'm not re-recording it. I was originally toying with the idea of having facial hair, but I decided that I'd rather not, because I'd rather the vitiligo become the centrepiece of Joe's face, if that makes sense. It seems weird to describe it as a centrepiece, but in my head, this is a archangel / goddess of beauty and all things nature and art, and I couldn't think of a more fitting way to describe it, if that makes sense. I'm sure it does to some of you out there. At this point, I think we're getting onto skin details and such. I was toying with adding those in, but they didn't have them in like a white colour, which I would have wanted. I'm trying to basically, you can see I'm trying to avoid the use of black on this character. It feels too harsh, and it also feels like it's taking too much from Crowley. So yeah, I just decided not to. I know this is very Aziraphale-esque, but I also think it brings in Muriel, you know, the Scrivener from season 2, I believe it is. Season 1 or whichever one it is, but season 2. It'll be season 2. Sorry, that took me a minute then. Trying to figure out what happened when and all of that. Doesn't help when you've been reading fan fictions as well. But yeah, so sort of, I've been reading a fanfic recently. God, what is it called? Let me see. But Muriel in that fanfic has a sort of similar to description, not of vitiligo, but of this sort of dress style, quite chill and yeah, I don't know, chilled out, if that makes sense. Oh God, where is it? Born of Starlight, I believe it is, and it is a follow-on from the end of season 2 onwards. So it's really good. I recommend you go read it. It's on AO3. There's no smut or anything in it, so it's a perfectly safe read. It does allude to violence and things like that, but it's overall it's pretty tame. So it's certainly worth a read. I'm still reading it. There's chapters upon chapters upon chapters. It's like a whole novel in of itself. And that is where I also got this idea from. I figured Joe would definitely be part of this new heaven and system that Aziraphale Phiel and Crowley make in this universe that the author has written. So yeah. Joe has some very distinctive features I'm sure you'll notice, but I personally, the eyelashes were one of my favourite things, and we're getting to the wings now as well. The wings I wanted to be quite like a tan colour to sort of symbolise nature and natural withering over time. I didn't want them to be a bright white like Aziraphale's are, and I didn't want them to be a dark black like Crowley's are. I wanted them to be something in between. You can also see I'm adding some piercings. I think I forget to add these piercings back in a few times, but because again Joe is an archangel, you can sort of miracle away piercings and miracle in piercings as you see fit. So again, it's important to remember that Joe chose this corporeal form. So if you're seeing anything about Joe and thinking, I have that but I don't like it about myself, Joe chose this form, and I personally think it's stunning. So yeah, we're getting to the makeup now. This makeup is more or less actually, I wouldn't refer to it as makeup. It is more the markings of Joe and Joe's connection to nature. So you'll see this eyeshadow, or what I've used as eyeshadow, and these wings. These are sort of water and like sort of, I don't know, insect life, if that makes sense. And these are repeated throughout, and I think they're absolutely stunning. So you can see now why I say the vitiligo on Joe's face is sort of a centerpiece. It just adds to this nature look. Same with the thing on their nose. That is to mimic lightning. That's why I chose that. And yeah, I absolutely love it. I think this is honestly genuinely one of my most stunning characters yet. I don't think I've made a sim that I am more fond of. And that's saying something. But this Joe as a sim is so stunning. So much like Aziraphale, Joe adopts a sort of Phiel approach to the name. If you've read the book or seen the series, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So Joe goes by first name Joe, last name Phiel, which is, you can see some of my CC's a tad broken. I'm yet to get round to fixing that, can't lie. It happens with a few times. It's because I have so much, I can't, you know, get rid of it all that I need to get rid of without getting rid of everything, because it take hours of scrolling through my modding folder. Yippee. But yeah, you can see this is really around this time is where the idea of Joe really comes to light. This is Joe's sort of archangel in the stars form. You'll also see we lose the shoes in a bit. That's a distinct choice I made. I haven't just forgotten shoes. This is a distinct choice I made because I wanted Joe's corporeal form to avoid wearing shoes, to show Joe's connection to the ground and to everything. Oh, I'm doing it now. Look at me go being on the right timing. But yeah, I'm absolutely in love with this character though. I cannot say it enough. But yeah, we're going to go back to ranting about EA's game at the moment. EA just keeps bringing out more and more packs that are more and more expensive, and I can't lie, I'm not gonna be buying them anymore. I've decided to stop spending money on big games like Sims and Fortnite and things like that, because I'd much rather support indie developers. So expect a lot more streams of things like that coming out, like VODs of things like Pikmin, things like that. I know they're still from big companies, but they are, all in all, the ideas have come from smaller developers, and they're not coming off of something that's been around for years and years. I'm gonna make something on Superliminal at some point. I have actually started playing it though, and the recording of it didn't really turn out how I'd hoped, so I don't know whether to start it again or not. Not too sure. But yeah. Anyways, so yeah, I'm not gonna. You can see now how the game has sort of broken itself. It's allowed me to do this with Joe's chest. Speaking of YouTube, please don't demonetize me. This is supposedly a male sim, so it's not boobs. But at the same time, yeah, that's the thing that the game usually blocks. Oh, this is here with this shirt. I'm taking the like sort of that one. I'm taking inspiration from Muriel and the Scrivener part of it all as well. Can't lie. So yeah, thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, you can see though, the game broke itself, and I really don't understand how adding a Vitiligo update has managed to break the game this bad. I also have noticed you can't have vitiligo and stretch marks in this game, which is really disappointing, because everybody gets stretch marks. Vitiligo doesn't change that. And I literally, guys, I study skin. I've studied vitiligo, albeit not in depth, but enough to know that you can still have stretch marks. So EA, please fix it, because the the lack of representation, while also having representation just to do the bare minimum, is actually atrocious. I love this game with all my heart, but the fact they had to specify that this update was free, I also don't know what's going on here. I was messing around with things and had a moment, and I was just like, what have I done? But yeah, EA, please fix your game. Stop with the money grabbing and just fix the bloody game that you already have out. Or make the old DLCs actually affordable. Season should have been in the thing anyway. Cats and dogs, maybe not. Season should have been in base game. I'm disappointed it wasn't in base game, and I will not be buying seasons for that exact reason. If I'm gifted it, I will be ever so grateful. But yeah, I'm getting fed up of spending money on you. Another story I have actually about EA is I tried to move things over from one account to another because I'd accidentally had two accounts and bought EA Play on, because it came with my Xbox Game Pass. I have EA Play on one account and I had all of my other stuff on the other. That's now sorted, but the EA person I spoke to couldn't confirm or deny whether or not I would actually keep all of my packs when they transferred it over. And so I did the calculation. I've spent around £250 on the game, at least. And I decided, and this is, bear in mind, I've been playing this for, I'd say, how long has this game been around now? It's been around at least 10 years. I've been playing it for at least 10 years. I reckon. Long enough that money is well and truly, it's fine, and like whatever. But at the same time, yeah, real bad. And they were funny with me when I went, hey, no, I need you to confirm this, because this is an insane amount of money I've spent on this game. Like, I was just basically like, I need you to confirm that I'm gonna get all these packs, and they just wouldn't. So, EA, stop being so money grabby and annoying, please, and fix your game. Anyways, back to Joe. Doesn't Joe look stunning, guys? At this point, I'm going through and adding makeup on every single one, because I keep forgetting it, and I decide that if I just do this and then do the outfits, it'll be much, much better. I forget this isn't 2x speed, and it's still watchable. I was going slow with this, guys. What can I say? But yeah, I'm running out of things to say. I do not understand how you guys do it. I'm super excited about this channel, though. This is literally going to be voiceovered and then not uploaded straight away, so I hope this video is okay. Really do. I'll watch it back, but yeah. Anyways, yeah, I really like how Joe turned out. I think Joe's beautiful and wonderful. If you want me to do a Let's Play with Joe, please do leave a comment down below as well, because I will, and I will very much enjoy doing so. I just need to sort of get that confirmation from you lot, because otherwise I won't make it, most likely. Sounds bad, but it's true. But yeah, I don't know what is going on. Cold weather. I can't lie, at this point I start getting a bit tired of picking out outfits. So once I've picked this out, that's it. No additional outfits for this one. When I put on the baggy pants, these pants, this is what is sort of mural inspired. I also really love that green on Joe. Can we just appreciate how beautiful? And the sari as well. I decided a sari would be so perfect for this sim. I don't know what it is. I just feel as though Joe would wear it. Joe would wear it. Let's put it that way. Oh, and also I changed the hair. You can see how the wings are sort of clipping on some of the hairstyles. I decided that's fine. And I'm sure Joe figured out a way to get it out the way. Oh, I'm tired. Sorry. Anyhow, I'm going to end this voiceover here. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll fade out to the outro. Hydrate, take your meds, eat something your butt has, and always wear your gosh darn seatbelt. Love you.